all of the trauma, the sadness, the heartache, the suffering, depression, and anxiety, it never was yours to carry. It was given to you by those who didn't trust their own existence. They didn't trust their own existence enough that they had to manipulate someone else. And it's allowing yourself in this moment to shed the fear and the pain and the resentment of being manipulated, because you now understand and recognize that you came here to experience not only that level of manipulation, but you came here to overcome it. That's why you're here. The basic manipulation, it always remained the same, is remove them from their connection to self. That's how you win. That's how you win a war. You do not need to search for it. You do not need to find it. You don't need to work hard for it. All you need to do is allow it to reach you. And that's what they did. They cut that off by creating this belief system of boundaries and protection. Humans are not meant to be hunted by other humans, and humans are not meant to hunt other humans. It's fascinating because that's the hierarchy that we have, that has prevailed here on physical Earth in the last 50,000 years. Welcome back to the Authentic Human Podcast. I'm Michelle Vickers. This is the Story of Creation, part 44. And today, let's see, what are we going to be exploring? So it's interesting because the angelics are back again, just like they were in part 43. But today we've got the first stream of angelics. So we're going back to the concepts of matter and the foundations of physical existence, if you will. And so it's interesting. I've never seen this dynamic. So just give me a minute, because it's kind of, the energy is kind of moving in a collective. So there's not one particular being coming forward, but Jesus is also here and coming in. It's interesting because it's like they're filing in, if you will. It feels very regimented, which is strange because I've never seen them come in this way. You know, when they come in for ceremony and there's all of the Universal Council present, they come in differently. This is very, very, very regimented, like military regimented, which makes sense because we've been talking quite a bit about war. And of course, war is, as we learned in part 43, you know, it's a strategy. And so what they're showing, they're showing me the illusion of the strategy. Okay. So we're back into the concepts of war, but understanding these are taught behaviors. Okay. They're learned behaviors. They're taught and learned, obviously. And so humanity right now is, I see what they're showing me. Okay. This is fascinating. It's very, very interesting. So they're showing me that the similarities between military, okay, this is how you do things, and it's very, very regimented. And they're actually showing me that that's exactly the same protocols and approach and strategies they used to manipulate humanity, which actually makes a lot of sense. When you feel into your life and your existence, everything you do is like a strategy that you've been taught, and you've been trained how to act and how to react to everything in your life. Holy crap. I know I'm not supposed to say that, but it's so simple and it's so big. And it makes so much sense. And I can see now, you know, for years when I've worked with ex-military and worked with them and overcoming challenges that they've been carrying, you know, the first thing I ever saw when I was looking at is that humans are not meant to be hunted by other humans, and humans are not meant to hunt other humans. And what I did was I then put that under the umbrella, if you will, of military, and that was it. But what I'm seeing now is like they're showing me the whole hierarchy, the whole world of all the labels, right? Like lieutenants and cadets and all the way to general. Like it's it's fascinating because that's the hierarchy that we have, that has prevailed here on physical earth in the last 50,000 years. That is exactly what we do. It's what the government is built on. It's what education system is built on. It's what the medical system is built on. It's actually also what the religious system is built on. And what they want to share. Okay, so we've got now the first angelic in existence. So this is the first being that the creator of our universe ever created in existence, okay, in our universe. And he holds the space and the energy for existence itself, like the physical aspects of existence. That's his job, okay? And he is explaining that a lot of this, there was like a task force, if you will, an angelic task force that, you know, chose to participate in this. It's not strategy. It's a, gosh, it's like they're saying it's just this, they chose to participate in this mass manipulation, okay, of human existence. And this is the part where humans, right, we have a hard time separating our emotions from real experiences and from truth. And we get our emotions really caught up in dynamics and aspects of how could he do this? How could she do this? How could they do this? Why would they do this? And you can see the pattern, right? In the last 4 or 5 episodes in particular, it's really drawing that out, right? It's drawing that truth out of you so that you can hold space for a higher knowledge and wisdom in existence. So what that really means is they're helping you reconnect with consciousness, right? There's the consciousness is the vibration in existence where everything that has ever occurred exists. It's not hidden, it can't change, right? Every existence is there, every aspect, every experience. And so you have access to all of it. And what happens in a world where we've been trained, and you can see, like they're showing me like Hitler, they're going back to Roman empires, like they're showing me all the way back, gosh, to where it first started. And, you know, the basic manipulation was, it always remained the same, is remove them from their connection to self. And it's not, that's how you win, that's how you win a war, is remove them from their connection, right? That's why they separate people from each other, right? That's why you do that. That's why you hold them in spaces where they cannot reach other humans, and the humans that they can reach, right? Physically, if you can reach other humans, you've been trained to not connect through the energy. You've been trained to shut down, to protect yourself, right? They've created this dynamic of this necessity for protection, when really that's one of the most detrimental things to human existence. And so what they're sharing today is we're rebuilding. That's what we're doing right now. Okay. Humanity is rebuilding. And as much as it looks like the old world and this war strategy is winning, it's not only not winning, it's crumbling. And it's crumbling from the inside. Why? Because they don't have connection at the root and the heart of their existence. But you do. You have connection at the heart of who you are and the heart of everything you do. It's those moments where you remember why. You remember your why of existence, why you're doing something, why you need to keep going. It's those moments where you're ready to give up and you shift and you change and you keep going. That's not only a clue to your connection, it is the heart of your connection, and what they want you to feel today. And it's beautiful because the angelics and the creator, they're here. There's all of the universal council. So, every universal being in existence that governs an aspect of existence itself. When I say govern, that really means that they hold space for that existence to unfold to its highest potential. Okay, that's all that means. And you govern an aspect of existence yourself, right? That's our whole mission here, is to fulfill that aspect of existence. That's why you exist. And so what they want you to feel today is your connection. Okay. So I am actually going to walk you through just reconnecting with the vibration of yourself, but also recognizing and understanding that this vibration, like we talked about in part 43, it's similar to an umbilical cord, but it's understanding. That's the physical manifestation, if you will. Okay. It's what you get through that umbilical cord. It's everything you need flows directly to you. You do not need to search for it. You do not need to find it. You don't need to work hard for it. All you need to do is allow it to reach you. And that's what they did. They cut that off by creating this belief system of boundaries and protection. And they created that strategically so that you would choose to build this wall between you and yourself, your soul. So I'm going to ask you to just take a few deep breaths. Okay. Again, if you're driving, please don't close your eyes. But for those who have been following this journey, we're on part 44. I'm going to encourage you to do this a few times. And the reason is I want you to try and do it with your eyes closed first, and then come back and do it again with your eyes open, maybe in a day or two later, and share with me the difference of your experience, because the goal here is to create your connection with consciousness in all moments of your life and your existence. Okay. No matter what's going on, no matter what challenges you're feeling. And so you can challenge yourself to strengthen that connection just by working with this energy. Start slowly, close your eyes so that your body can feel more of the energy. And then as you get more comfortable, have your eyes open. Okay. It's actually beautiful because that's exactly how I learned. And my mentor 20 years ago, pushed me and said, try it with your eyes open, try it sitting up, and all of the things that challenged me and allowed me to reclaim this, this vibrant, it's a gift, but we all have this gift of communication. Okay. So here we go. Just take a few deep breaths, and they want you to notice the inside of your body. Okay. It's feeling it from a sense of matter itself. So not from the energy that moves within it. They want you to feel the dark space. Okay. The vastness of your cells that hold space for the energy to actually exist within. So when you take a breath in and your body shifts and expands to accommodate the air coming in, not only is it coming to your lungs, but it's traveling throughout your whole body, right? It's moving through your nose, through your esophagus, but it's then traveling through your entire body. And every single aspect of your physical existence shifts in relation to an inhale. That's how finely attuned your body is to your own existence. That's it. And just allow that air to come in and notice how your body feels. And then when you exhale, begin to notice how your body feels. Noticing the shifts again. So this is the shifts in the space itself. So without activating any of the cells, it's just recognizing that the foundation of your existence itself is about holding space. And that's what they want you to feel in this moment. So just following the breath in and out. And it's almost like feeling the inhale and the exhale and allowing them to connect with your heartbeat. And noticing that as they move together, it's still just matter at this point. So it's like going into the darkness of the foundation of your existence, the primalness, and allowing that wisdom to fill you. It's understanding and knowing that before you had purpose, you had existence. And as this wisdom and knowledge fills your soul, fills your physical self and your awareness, they then want you to feel the exact energy in the moment that your soul came in to your cells. Notice what happens. Notice how each cell changed in the moment you became one with your physical body. Notice when that was. That's it. And just let that wisdom fill you. Feel every single one of your cells turn on and ignite with a different vibration. It's not better than you were when you were just space. It's just different. Because every aspect of your existence is vital to the fulfillment of your reason for existing. And it's allowing that wisdom of your soul to share with you vibration, frequency, wisdom. And they're just giving you access to that sacred information and knowledge that's been hidden within you as a result of this war strategy, this military strategy that has been, it's like a net that's been placed over human existence. And what they're asking is for you to lift the net up and move it over beside you. Don't give it any more attention than that. Just lift your arms, okay? And you don't even have to lift your arms. If you want, just allow the energy to lift that net right up and move it over beside you and place it gently down beside you. Just kind of look over at it and look at the color of that net and all of the trauma, the sadness, the heartache, the suffering, depression, and anxiety that's sitting in that net. It's no longer yours. It never was yours to carry. It was given to you by those who didn't trust their own existence. They didn't trust their own existence enough that they had to manipulate someone else. And it's allowing yourself in this moment to shed the fear and the pain and the resentment of being manipulated. It's allowing yourself to rise energetically up off the ground, feeling with each step that you rise up, feeling the fear, the manipulation being washed away. Maybe it's being torn away. All the residue, it's coming undone. Because you now understand and recognize that you came here to experience not only that level of manipulation, but you came here to overcome it. That's why you're here. You're not here to continue to participate in it. You're here to break free of it. And you can't do that with fighting against it or fighting for it. The only way you can do it is through reconnecting with your soul and reconnecting with the souls of other humans and universal beings so that you can once again access the truth, the wisdom, the knowledge, and the information that you need to fulfill the reason you came into this life, your destiny. And as you allow that energy to flow through you, feel it. Feel that wisdom. Feel it ignite your cells on a new level. That's the level of consciousness. It's the level of existence of all that is. And allow every single one of your cells to not only be activated, but to once again align themselves with the greater purpose of your existence. Feeling the truth and the vital flow of energy through you, knowing you're not only a part of the new world, you're meant to lead. You're meant to lead yourself and those who choose to work with you and through you, because you are a natural born leader, just like every soul in existence. And you're choosing in this moment to not only activate your leadership abilities, you recognize that leadership is not about control and manipulation. It's about self-recognition and self-regulation. It's allowing yourself to become the master of yourself. It is so. So I'm going to encourage you to come back and feel this energy as often as you feel the need to. They're showing me The Creator says we kept it short. The Angelics, they say we kept it short and sweet because that's how instant your connection has the potential to be. You are meant to feel that depth and that level of fullness instantaneously. And right now, your job is to practice. Your job is to experience this opportunity as many times as possible and align this opportunity with your dreams and your goals for the future, and allow yourself to begin to explore what part of your dreams and goals are actually based on old traumas that you're trying to run from, you're trying to hide from, and allow those parts of you to be removed, right? They were showing me after the net, and as you were rising, it was like clay almost, right? As the beliefs were coming off, it was like pieces of clay just sort of chipping away. And those are the beliefs that you're not good enough, that you're meant to be a follower, that you're meant to answer to someone else. You're not. But you're also not meant to control and manipulate others. You're meant to be a part of existence itself. There is no such thing as control and manipulation in existence. Thank you so much for joining us. I look forward to seeing you the next time. And please share below how this experience made you feel, and share as many times as you come back, because it's in your participation that your power grows. You become stronger in your ability to create your future and fulfill your potential. It's a result of all of your participation. Thanks so much. Bye for now.
I was aware of tension in my belly,
Yes.
but this was the strangest tension, the strangest sense. It was a knife in my belly. I'm being stabbed,
Okay.
but not in this lifetime.
Yes. Yep.
Does that make any sense to you?
100%. It does, but it's also, that's the energy you've been carrying for so long. Like that's where the control and manipulation sort of has hit. And what happens is your gut is, it's right in the heart of, where your soul lives and breathes and exists, so to speak, right? And so it cuts off vital energy from flowing through, right? That's part of their strategy, was break down every natural aspect of your existence so that you feel disconnected. So it's funny because they don't have to physically poison us. A mental belief can literally feel like a knife stuck, like literally a knife that's stabbed in, but it just stays there. Because a physical wound, our brains are trained to think, oh, it's better now. It doesn't look bad anymore. It's better, right? That's why energetic wounds are actually so much more detrimental. And of course, we've been taught how many times the energy doesn't exist. Rather, the physical is the only thing that's real. Why would they teach us that? Specifically because energy heals everything. So if they block that awareness, it's incredible. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this conversation and want to learn more, head on over to michellevickers.com. Join our mailing list to receive new episodes right to your inbox, or apply to be a guest on the show. If this episode made you think of someone while you were listening, forward the link onto that person with a little note about why it made you think of them, because the greatest gift you can give another human is to see the beauty and purity of who they truly are. Until next time, stay curious.